Everybody, Noreen here from Cruising with the Ryans. I've got photographer Dennis behind the camera, but our special guest today is our cruise director from the Grandeur of the Seas, Daniel. Welcome, and thank you so much for taking time today. You have an incredibly busy job, and so the fact that you spend some time with us is really appreciated, and thank you.
My pleasure.
We just want to find out a little bit about you for our viewers. They like to know some of the stuff about how you became a cruise director and what your background is. And so if you could tell us a little bit about that, our viewers will love to hear it.
Okay, thank you so much, Noreen. So I started out my career, I was always, as a child, I loved performing. So I was always the one playing the leads in the school play, like the Pied Piper of Hamlet.
Oh my.
And I remember doing Oliver Twist, the musical, as a kid. I was only 11 years old.
Oh my goodness.
And I was actually Fagin, the one in charge of all the pickpockets. So that gave me some exposure of how much I love the stage and performing.
Did it teach you how to be a pickpocket?
Well, I don't think so. But it gave me the confidence. And I love that role. Is such a good role, playing Fagin, where it's just so mischievous. Yeah. And it was so much fun. And then afterwards, I studied musical theatre at college, got my diploma in musical theatre. Then I studied a degree in musical theatre as well. Then I did my master's in musical theatre. And then I was really, really lucky that I got an agent, and then I was in the Jersey Boys, the musical.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So I was in that in America, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, 2017. So I was able to be in that in the US tour, so I was very, very lucky. I did that for about 8 months. Then, because I was away from home for a long period of time, and I was away for uni and my masters as well, so I decided to go back home, and then I started to work for Mercedes-Benz.
Oh my.
So I worked for Mercedes-Benz for a year, and I was a star expert, so it was my job to know about all the cars and tell the guests or the customers about how the cars work and how they function, and then they go to the salesman and then they talk about it. So I'm like the first person that you come in, I greet them, show them the cars and everything. So I did that for 1 year, and then obviously I missed performing. So after that, I then started working in hotels. So I worked for TUI. I don't know if you know that brand.
Yeah.
It's owned by Royal Caribbean.
Right. TUI ships.
Yeah, TUI ships. Yeah, I worked for the hotel chain first of all, and was in the production cast. Then I worked my way to entertainment manager of the hotels while still singing. I still did some singing, and after that, I started working on some ships. So I worked for TUI ships. Then I worked for Brittany Ferries, which is a French company, as an entertainment manager. They go from like Portsmouth and Plymouth, and they go to St Malo and to Bilbao and different places in Spain and France.
Right.
Then after that, I then started working for Silversea. So I got a job for Silversea in the production cast. Then I got spotted by the cruise director there. So then I got made assistant cruise director, and then I was assistant cruise director for a while, and then worked my way up to cruise director, and then Royal Caribbean stole me, and then I was really lucky that I passed the interview for Royal Caribbean thanks to Ken Rush, who employed me, and now I'm at Royal Caribbean, and I couldn't be any happier because this is the best place. I feel so at home, and the company, it really supports me so much than any other company before. This company, they give me all the tools I need to succeed, and my main thing is I really want to make people happy. So
you do.
Yeah.
And you do.
Thank you, Noreen. And I really just want, because so many people spend a lot of money coming on these vacations, and they look forward to it all year round. So I just want to make sure I can provide the best entertainment I can for you whilst you're on your vacation.
And you do that very, very, very well. And that's one of the things that's so exciting about Royal Caribbean. It's always thinking about the next step and the next level and how to do better and what else can we do, how else can we engage the people that are cruising. And entertainment is probably one of the major reasons why people keep coming back to Royal.
Exactly.
Because the entertainment is so outstanding. I mean, all the ships have wonderful productions and amazing theater productions and amazing music and orchestras and bands and trios and string quartets and the high sea horns and all those different aspects. And that all comes into your world, into your responsibilities, and that's so amazing that you get to kind of bring it all together and make sure that everybody is working in sync with each other.
Exactly.
And doing everything to keep everybody so happy.
Yeah.
So tell us, where were you born?
So I was born in Portsmouth in England, which is the southeast coast,
Okay.
right next to Southampton, where actually the Titanic set sail from in 1912.
Yes, and we set sail on the Anthem's inaugural from Southampton.
Oh wow, yeah, really nice port. So
yes, it was lovely.
I'm hoping one day I'll be on a cruise ship that leaves from Southampton to home port, because then I can bring my family on.
Yes.
Because I've never brought my family on ever. So
right. So you haven't had that chance.
No, but one day hopefully I'll be on a ship that sails from Southampton, then they can come on board and it's easy.
I bet that will happen.
Yeah. Well, hopefully one day, because my brother and my sister have got small kids, so they wouldn't be able to travel so far, like to come to America, and you know what I mean.
Right.
So it'd be good if it was on doorstep.
Yeah, that would be fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So when you got kind of recruited away from Silver Seas, was that before Royal was involved with them?
It was after.
Or after.
So
Okay.
Royal took over. They owned, I think, 50% of the shares in 2019.
At some point, right.
Then at 2020, when the pandemic hit, then they took over like 99% and then took over it all. Because I think if it wasn't for Royal Caribbean, Silver Sea would have
probably
gone under like Crystal.
Yeah,
So
that
Royal
was
Caribbean
sad.
saved Silver Sea in a way.
Oh, for sure.
And then it was a few years after that, then I applied for Royal Caribbean, and then was really lucky and fortunate to be here.
Oh, for sure. So when you were studying all this musical theater and in all these performances, what was your favorite performance? Was it Fagin or was it something else?
Good question. Very good question. So I actually played, West Side Story?
Of course.
So I played Tony in England. I was the understudy of Tony. So I was one of the jets in the cast. My character's name was Big Deal.
And you were hoping that Tony
I know.
would not be able to perform one day, right?
Yeah, but he was always healthy.
No, not that we wish him well.
I know. I think I went on for a matinee once, a couple of times actually, but so I was just lucky I was understudy Tony, and that musical's got so many great songs in it. That Tony sings, like Something's Coming, he sings Maria, which is a beautiful song.
That's a great song.
And lots of other duets, Tonight, and all these other great songs. So that was really lucky, and of course doing the Jersey Boys was incredible.
Oh yeah,
the
how long
songs
did
are amazing.
you do that?
It was for 8 months. Wow. Yeah.
And what cities did you go to
Oh
on
my
the tour?
God, loads.
Did you come to Chicago?
We went to
That's where we're
Chicago.
from.
Yeah, we went to Chicago. Do you know what the most bizarre place I went to was Branson, Missouri?
Oh, Branson. No,
Yeah,
that's a huge
I know.
music
I loved
town.
it though. I loved
That's
it.
a huge
yeah.
music town.
That was really nice there.
I've never been
Las
there,
Vegas
but
without
we
the
have.
slot
Yeah,
machine.
Exactly,
It's
yeah,
Las
yeah,
Vegas with no gambling.
Yeah, it was really, really nice though. But the thing is about the Jersey Boys is because you're constantly singing all the time. It's like a jukebox musical. So if you're doing it night after night after night, singing Sherry, high pitch the whole time.
Yeah, that's
it
rough.
Yeah. But I really like my position now as cruise director, because I get to oversee all the entertainment, use my skills that I've learned in my life to then merge into the activities, because I'm a big when I work for all these other hotel companies, I run a lot of activities, so I really love trivias. That's a hobby of mine.
Is it?
I love trivias. I love hosting visual game shows and stuff. So if anyone's sick in the team, I step in to fill in. But I obviously love musicals, so I can help out with the production cast and the live music. And of course sports we dabble in, different technological bits and pieces, and all those other, and Adventure Ocean as well for the kids. Working for TUI, we have a lot of children, and I actually did a contract in Lapland in Finland, where it was all children orientated, TUI for families, and we did the Wizard of Oz, the pantomime, and I was the Wicked Witch of the West. So I was painted green, and that was very, very interesting. I loved it though. I was like Elphaba, but the songs were really interesting because I had to, Poor Unfortunate Souls from The Little Mermaid. So they adapted the lyrics for that, so that it was like for the Wicked Witch of the West. So, but speaking of being green, my actual it's brought me to one of my favourite parts. Actually, one of my favourite parts was playing the Grinch in Seussical the musical.
Oh, Seussical, yes.
Yes. So I was very, really lucky to be in the Grinch and in Seussical the musical.
Oh, fun.
So I was the Grinch that stole Christmas. Yeah, that was very good. That was a very good. I enjoyed that.
So how many years do you work for Royal?
Royal, I actually started last year in January the 21st.
And what ship?
So I actually, because I was brand new coming from another company, they took me around a few of the ships to preview them all. And
Ken did that, didn't he?
Yeah. He's a remarkable man. And
he's an old friend.
I know, he's such an inspiration. Do you know what? Actually, the reason why I was inspired to be a cruise director first of all was because I saw Ken Rush on the Allure of the Seas as the cruise director on there, and when I saw him on that ship, I was like, wow, this is potentially what I want to do, because I was always performer, but I thought as soon as I saw cruise director, I was like, wow, this is something I could do.
Right.
So that inspired me when I saw him on the Allure in 2014, and yeah, ever since then, luckily my life has gone this direction, and now I'm working for one of the best companies for Royal Caribbean, and the entertainment they do is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal, yeah.
Really good.
Have you seen The Wizard of Oz on the Icon? Have you had a chance?
I haven't. I've been working since it came out, but I am going to be lucky. I'm going to go on the Star
we
in
are too.
August. Yeah.
We are too. We're going on the inaugural.
I know. Well, we got Back to the Future,
yes,
the musical.
I know.
Marty McFly.
Everybody's speculating who the God person is going to be, and some of us are rooting for Michael J. Fox.
Oh my God, that would be amazing! That would be so good. Yeah, if they could get Michael J. Fox.
I don't know that they can, or if they would think of that, but I think that would be pretty incredible.
Well, hopefully it can be suggested, and you never know. And
well, maybe if it came from a cruise director, it might have a little more weight than somebody that's just a passenger.
Well, who knows? But they've got The Legend coming out next year as well.
Yes, we're booked on that too.
Okay, but they still haven't anneced what musical is going to be on there.
Right.
There will be one, but they haven't touched it.
And we're excited because we're from Chicago, the Chicago suburbs, but we're excited because when we went on the Icon, we went to the Empire Supper Club, which was really cool. But the supper club on the Star is supposed to be Chicago type supper club. So I'm looking forward to that, getting excited about what they might do differently.
Yes.
Probably have mobsters or something. Al Capone style.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. These ships are becoming magnificent places though.
It's so amazing.
I think the destination is now the ship. It's no longer the itinerary. The ship is the destination. There's so much to do on there that even if you book a cruise vacation, there'll still be something you haven't done because of how much options there are.
We were 2 weeks on the Icon, and there's still a whole lot of things we never got a chance to do.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of points. We're Pinnacle, and we've been cruising for a lot of years, but we still love the experience of being on the ship, and we still don't do every single thing there is. We want to do it again and again and again because we didn't get to go to this trivia, or we want to go to this show, or maybe there's a new cast for this show or that show or whatever. And we're excited. Tonight there's an Elvis impersonator.
I know,
and
Elvis.
We're very excited.
Yeah,
about
he
that.
is incredible. Travis LeDoit. I actually worked with him on the Jewel last year.
Oh, did you?
We had
Yeah.
him several times. He was amazing. So yeah, this cruise you had Elvis and Tom Jones.
Right, yeah, we had Tom Jones, but Tom Jones was the best for sure.
I know, he was all right.
You know, when I
You
look
were
at
fantastic.
Daniel, when I look at you, and I hear you because I know you're from Great Britain, I think of maybe he should sing a Beatles song.
Beatles, yes. So I for those viewers you have, just to let them know, I do a Tom Jones show on some of the ships I'm on. If there's a dark night, I'll always put my Tom Jones show on, because I'm a massive Tom Jones fan. Some people say it's not unusual, but
And some are named Delilah.
I know, and she's a lady. so of course, I love doing my Tom Jones, and any opportunity I can, I'll hopefully put it on a ship that if anyone comes to visit, if it fits into the itinerary, because of course
Sure.
we get all these fabulous performers, professional performers. We've got ice skating shows, we've got Broadway shows,
Aqua shows. Yeah.
aqua shows. We've also got our guest entertainers all the way around the world, the best guest entertainers. So if there is a one night where there's nothing on, then I'll fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's
Yeah.
fun.
But Beatles would be good.
That would be fun.
The thing is, Royal Caribbean have already lots of Beatles tributes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
Beatlemaniacs, Abbey Road. So there's no Tom Jones though.
No, there isn't. Maybe someday.
Maybe, but I love.
But you know what?
I love cruise director.
Keep doing what you do.
I know. And,
Keep doing what
and
you
if
do.
I'm lucky
Yeah.
enough to still do my show, then I get the best of both worlds. So I get to
For sure,
be cruise
yeah.
director and then give a little gift. Hopefully, people enjoy the Tom Jones, and then we cover everything.
So you stay on for a certain amount of time for whatever your contract length is,
Yeah.
and then you go on vacation. And when that happens, which is coming up pretty soon, I think, as
Yeah.
you might have mentioned, do you already know what you do next? And
So
how far in advance do you know those things?
So actually, I'm not going on vacation. I'm going to another ship.
Oh, you're just moving to another
Yeah,
ship.
yeah, so-
Okay,
so
that's
I-
not even vacation.
I know.
You get a time off.
I'm
yeah.
going. Well, normally cruise directors do 4-2-4-2. So it's 4 months on, 2 months off, 4 months on, 2 months off. So I had vacation in January, February, and then now I've done 6 weeks on here. So then I'm doing, I think, 3 months, 1 week on the Navigator.
Oh,
so
great.
I'm moving to the Navigator straight away, and then I'm there till July the 18th. That's what's in the setting. Then I go on vacation again. In vacation, I'm going to the Star, and then I will then join the Navigator again September the 12th until December the 16th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
We
you get
love
to go
the
to California.
Navigator.
Exactly.
Have you ever sailed on ships out of
I
California?
have, yeah, with Silver Sea. It's
Okay,
really nice.
with Silver Sea, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like cruising out of Los Angeles.
Yeah. In fact, the front desk manager,
Is a good friend of ours.
Brendan, is a very,
Brendan,
very good
okay,
friend
yeah,
of
yeah.
ours.
De Silva.
Nice.
So when you go there, tell them we said
Tell them
hi.
you know the Ryans.
Yes, I'll let them know.
Well,
There we
I'm
go.
sure you have a million other things to do. But is there anything else you want to tell us about that you want to share with all these few viewers that we have, where we're
Well-
trying to get some more?
Well, I just think that if you've never cruised with Royal Caribbean before, then it's a must. It's such a unique experience that you have to do at least once in your lifetime. And I think once you do cruise with Royal Caribbean, you'll be hooked for life. So, but those who are cruising with Royal Caribbean, I look forward to hopefully meeting you one day on a ship, and then spreading the joy, and then giving you excellent entertainment. So,
As you do.
yeah, well, thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, and we just have one little favor to ask of
Mm-hmm.
you. Would you please remind all the viewers they should subscribe to our YouTube channel?
Yes. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel, which is
Cruising with the Ryans.
Cruising with the Ryans. There we go. For the best entertainment and information about cruising. There we go.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Noreen.
Thank
Pleasure.
you, Jane.
And I'll see you later on. Take
Daniel,
care.
we loved it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hi, this is Dennis. I'm in the Centrum on the Grandeur of the Seas. And I want to remind you all to have safe vacations and smooth sailing.